it.
So how do you think about cheating back home and how it compares to like in America?
What you mean?
Like, do you think we cheat as much back in
Belize man no cheat. Belize man no cheat. Belize men are one of the most loyal men in the world.
Woo! You know that's crap, right? Actually, I think that we really have a cheating problem back home.
I don't think so, man.
Generations after generation. That's why.
Put it like this: the ones who got caught, those are the ones that this is the message you need to go to. But the guys who are out there, you know what I mean? We don't cheat.
Yes, you do. It's terrible. Stop playing. It's actually a terrible situation. My thing is, I don't know how it just gets worse to me.
Think so?
Yeah, that's why we have so many single family homes and stuff. You know,
well, we got single family homes.
Of cheating.
I mean, the biggest reason why people are actually separating is finance. It's not really because
you should stay together for finances.
But they're not.
It's easier together. That's not a part.
That's what statistics are showing. Statistics shows that people separate the most because of finance.
In what way? Just fighting over money?
Fighting out over money can't pay. You know what I mean? This one can't hold up the end of the bargain and so on and so forth. That's the number one reason.
They should change the narrative on that. We should stay together for finances. Especially at this time and age.
Again, people have this misconception of how they would like things to be and are so oblivious to how things really are. And I think we need to be real with who we really are, because who we aspire to be, for some reason, a lot of us can meet those expectations.
Well, if money is the number one, cheating is the number two.
Yeah, cheating number two. Yeah, cheating is number two. But money is number one. You know what I mean? So let me ask you this. Since we on this topic of relationship and money, would you date the guy that has money but is a real jerk? Or date the get-to youth who has good potential but has no money but trying to work his way up?
So, I'm not into jerks, right? Okay, right. I can't deal with that. So, I think it depends. Like, when I was young, it would definitely be to get to you with some potential, especially if they're smart.
Okay.
Average guy, smart, will hold you down, loyal, all the way.
Right.
When you get older, though, I'm not saying when you hit 30 you should go for the man with money. That's not at all what I'm saying, right? But by 30, you definitely just do want somebody who has something going on in their life beyond potential.
By that time, the potential should already blossom.
Yeah. So I think it depends on what phase you are in that relationship, Right. But if I'm single at 30. Man, I don't want nobody with some potential only at that point. But again, we always talk about this double standard where women be holding men to expectations that we cannot meet.
And I always have a problem with that.
I have to have something going on with me too for me to want somebody who has some.
Well, the crazy part is most of the time, 8 times out of 10, man, the women don't got nothing going on for themselves, but they have these wild expectations on these guys and want us to produce and do all this nonsense that they cannot meet or do themselves, which I think is so crazy on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I will say, you will always gonna make a mistake as a woman if you choose a guy because he have money. He's a jerk.
I agree.
That's a definitely debt trap sitting waiting for you. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You should always want to choose the guy who treats you like a queen and has potential, because at the end of the day, relationships should be based solely on happiness, not on material things. Material things do not bring happiness.
That's a narrative we got to change too. Because a lot of people think that
money's cool until it's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Until it starts to become a problem.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the more money you make,
the more problems.
The more problems you
don't
have.
want to make no money. I got kids. The kid's not around, or he's just so concerned about his money. And guys who got money, man, like I said, they just. Some of them, because it all depends on how you rate money too. Because money to me is all relative too. So
right, but similar question for men: do you prefer the smart average woman, or the beautiful bimbo dumb girl?
I got a song like that right now. Why do I choose a dime for a penny? That's the name of the song.
dime? What's
A
the
dime
penny?
is the ones you
Yeah,
saying.
I know it's a dime. They're the tens, right?
But they're
Sure.
dumb as rock. You know what I mean? You know, you
But
can't
wait,
put
the
two
song says,
sentences
"Why
together.
would you trade a dime
Dime for a penny?
So what's a penny?
A penny are the ones that like you mentioned, who aren't that as fine, but are smart, ambitious, and will hold you down throughout whatever situations. For me, as a man, if I'm single, I'm just gonna knock down I'm knock down the tens as much as I can. But as far as what I want to settle down with, I'm gonna settle down with somebody that understands me and gonna make me happy. You know what I'm saying?
But according to this song, they're gonna go with the bimbo.
They're gonna go with the bimbo because at the end of the day, it's for the show. You know what I'm saying? It's for the show.
Wow. You know,
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot. 'Cause
That's why Instagram's so popular right now. You know what I'm saying? Them girls on there doing the most because they know, hey man, it's a quick come up. You know what I mean?
they're the
not serious
ones
about it.
bagging the rich and famous guys these days.
That's my point I'm making, but there's nothing serious behind it. These guys ain't married. These guys are throwaway girls, that we call them. They throw away.
Yeah.
They're one day you throw them away. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So a little bit off relationship, but it popped in my mind, so I want to ask you.
Okay.
These days we've been dealing a lot with racial tension.
Okay.
Right? In America more so than probably Belize, I'd
Okay.
say. But which one do you think is harder for you? Being a man in this world or being black?
Oh man, being black.
Because being a man, you got all the advantages.
Being
anyway.
black is harder because of all the disadvantages the system that's been built into the system. But being black to me is more important than being a man.
So that answers my second question. Because my next question would have been, would you rather be a different race? Like if you could change that, would you?
I would never want to be no other race. I'm glad and happy that I was born black. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I hate the fact that we are mixed with Europeans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a little drop in us.
Yeah, we all do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm super glad and happy that I was born a black man. Man, I don't want to be no other race. It's crazy that some people will prefer to be X, Y, and Z, but man, we're the original men. You know what I mean? And this we got to change the narrative. This nonsense that we putting that up, that we came from a cave and all that. Black people ain't came from no damn cave. You know what I mean? That's a myth. You know what I mean?
We are the evolution story.
We are, man. That's the nonsense these Europeans are pushing, that we are cavemen. We ain't no damn cavemen.
So,
we are the original man. You know what I mean? All culture, riches. That's the other myth they trying to push. That Africa is poor and black. Man, Africa is where everything come out of. All resources and wealth comes out of Africa.
Out of Africa.
You know what I mean? So let's get it right. Get it right. You know.
But to bring it back to a relationship, I'm going to ask you something based on that. How do you feel about a black man marrying white woman?
I don't have no problem with that, whatever. I mean, when it comes to who you date, who you love, you should date whoever you want. There shouldn't be a barrier in regards to what race you date or what color skin. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
So would you have married a white woman?
If I'm only in that environment, yeah. You know what I mean? It all depends, because
in that environment. So what does that mean?
I went to school in Colorado. You know what I mean? I went to college in Colorado.
Right.
And in my environment in Colorado, I was the only male because we was there as an athlete. We were the
only black male.
Only black male. The only thing you're seeing is...
But that's just a portion of your life. Then you go back to your normal life where there's... America is a melting pot.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying if I was born into that environment where, for example, there are military people who travels all over the world, and they're taking their kids with them into some of these places. A lot of the black kids that were at my school were military kids, military brats, where their mom and dad were in the Air Force, whatever, and they moved to Colorado for that reason, but they're from somewhere else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And within our school, it was 95% white. So that person who lived in Denver, all of his friends and everything he knows are based on white. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay for a person like that to date that person because that's all they know. You can't knock that person.
So you think it's crazy for us black women to be offended by our black men dating all these white women? I think it's kind of overblown because we don't care if black women date no white men. You don't? I don't believe that. I don't care about that. I don't believe that. I think men do care about that. That's what I say. You know what it is? What it is that black women are just not attracted
to white guys. Let's get it real. Black women
Some
are
are.
not attracted like on the real. And you know, for a black guy, there's some good looking white girls out there, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some good looking white girls, but
There's some good looking white men too.
yeah, but it's amen, amen. But my thing is, I have no problem with interracial dating, man. You know what I mean? It's not. As a matter of fact, the last president was an interracial guy. It's not a big deal to me. I don't see the problem with that. What I see a problem with, and what I have a problem with, are the guys who come from the environment that most of us came out of, will make a little money, and then they'll go bad on their own black people. Now that's the problem that I have. So if you come from an environment where you spend 95% of your life around black people, you went to black schools and so on and so forth, you got a good little job, and as soon as you make a little money or you make it pro or whatever,
Right.
you go pick up a white girl. I think that's corny.
Because then you see it as just disrespecting.
Yeah, I think that's.
your
I
own.
think.
So
that's
for
whack.
you, it's just based on your situation.
It's based on your
Not-
situation. If you were born and around people like that, like I said, if you're a military brat, or there are people like that in these areas, man, you can take that. I have no problem with that. But if you come out of a situation where you spend majority of your life around your own kind, and then you despise your own people, and because how you feel about your own people, you tend to think that this situation will make you better. I think that's corny, man. I think that's why.
I hear that.